Now, the police can give me as many excuses as they want as to why they won't give me the information I asked for, but these forces make them look really bad. Hi, it's me again, and if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you'll know that I've been putting out a lot of freedom of information requests recently, and I petitioned all of the police forces that I could find in the UK as to how many incidents they have been called out for to attend or just to be present for with regards to the TV licence, because sometimes the Goons request an officer's presence to prevent a breach of the peace or something like that. So I put this request out. Well, I'll read you the request. Look, this is what I sent them. I would like to know how many times your officer's attendance was requested to aid in a TV licence investigation. I am aware that Capita employs the TV licence enforcement officers and that they are a private company, but the police do need to honour info requests. So please provide the amount of times your officers were requested to attend to aid a TV licence enforcement officer or requested to help prevent a breach of the peace. Yeah, the replies came in quite quick. I got quite a few replies from police forces and they all said the same thing. Sorry, we can't give you this information. Either we don't hold it or it would be out of reasonable costs for us to try and provide you with this information because the way the database works is a nightmare, blah, blah, blah. You can't have it. Sorry. But then a few police services came back and did have the information, which begs the question, what's going on in the forces that refuse to give the information? Because it can't be that hard to go onto your database and type in TV licence, attendance, or something like that. It wouldn't be that hard. It's not going to cost over 450 quid to provide that information. And we now know that for a fact because some of the police forces have provided that information. So either they're using different databases or they're just better police forces, maybe. You'd think they'd all use the same database, the police force, wouldn't you? So if they can get it, why can't you get it? Makes no sense to me. So let's have a look at some of the responses because it's quite interesting. I'm going to wait till they all come back and then make a proper video about it. I'm going to do a press release for the newspapers and stuff like that. But I thought you might want to have a little look at it with me because I've bookmarked the ones that did reply. I haven't read them yet. I thought we could read them together. Let's have a look. So this one is Staffordshire Police. Between the 1st of April 2007 and the 31st of March 2022, there were 6 incidents in the Staffordshire Police area that fit the criteria of your request, broken down as follows. So 17 to 18 there was 4 incidents and 18 to 19 there were 2 incidents. Please note these figures have been provided to the best of our ability subject to the limitations of current recording protocols and systems and software. Blah, blah, blah. But at least you gave me something. So now we know. We don't know what the incidents were. Probably GDPR will stop that. But we know that in the last 5 years, the police or Staffordshire Police have been requested to attend a TV licence enforcement investigation 6 times. It's not as many as you'd think, is it? Right, over to Cambridgeshire Police. So say, I am required by the Freedom of Information Act 2000 to handle all requests in a manner that is to bind to the identity of the requester. Any information released in response to a request is regarded as being published and therefore in the public domain without caveat, meaning I can talk about it on here. So a number of incidents in 2017 where the police were requested to attend in a TV licence enforcement officer's presence, however you want to put it. 2017 was 1. 2018 was 1. 2019, it went up a bit, 4. And in 20 and 21, none. So the reason I did this is because loads of people think that if you refuse a TV licence enforcement officer, they can just bring the police. They can't. They can't. And even if they could, like I'm sure a couple of these may have been that, the police are only there to prevent a breach of the peace. As long as you don't breach the peace, you can shut the door in all of their faces. It's no big deal. Right, got any more? Let's have a look. South Yorkshire Police. Now, I'm working on the Yorkshire accent. Right. Their response was, I have approached the Force Communications Analyst for assistance with your request. They have provided the following data and explanation of their search. So they said, I have identified 3 incidents that fit the request. 2018, none. 2019, 1. 2020, none. 2021, 2. Which is weird. Which we wouldn't think 21, because there weren't a lot of door knocking for that sort of thing going on last year, unless it was late last year, maybe, and people kicking off saying you're not wearing a mask or something and the police were called. We don't know, and I don't think we can find out because of GDPR. But it's still a small number, isn't it? Merseyside Police. An incident with keyword search was commenced from 17 to 21 using the keywords such as TV licence and enforcement officers. From the results, none of the cases related to a police officer's attendance in aid to a TV licence investigation were found. So Merseyside Police, 0. Big fat none. So we've got one here from Lancashire Constabulary. I think this is the last one I'm going to talk about today. So they typed in TV licensing officer and TV licence into their database that only searches the first 250 characters of their log for some reason. Don't understand why, doesn't matter. 35 incident logs were recorded in the time period that matched the above criteria. It is not always possible to determine from the log whether the informant is looking to report an incident or asking for specific support. However, of the 35 incident logs, 10 were linked to concerns for welfare, not of the TV licence enforcement officer, and 9 were linked to execution of warrants. 5 of the calls were recorded as either Grade 1, a 15-minute response, or Grade 2, 30-minute response, and none of these were to support the enforcement officer or due to a breach of the peace. So what a cracking answer. Why can't all police forces do that? You know, they have honoured the freedom of information request there, haven't they? They've done literally the best they were able to do and provided some useful information. Come on, all the other police forces I reached out to, you should be ashamed of yourselves. If these police forces can do it, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't either. No reason at all. Useless, the lot of you. Useless. Well, I found that quite interesting. There was a few interesting responses there. I'm still waiting for a few more to come back. And I've still got 10 or so more police forces to contact. Because you can only do 10 a day. You can only send 10 of these requests a day. And then with work and everything, I forgot to do a few more. I have a life outside doing all of this, you know. This isn't my job, is it? So I will get them all in, and give me a couple of months. I'll get all the data together I was given, and then we'll do a proper video about it with real data and everything. And then I'll do a press release to the papers that they definitely won't read or publish because they don't want anything to do with me. But I still thought this information was interesting. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. Were you surprised at how little the amount of incidents were? Or did you think I was excessive? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon, why not? Ta-da!